You don't arrive in a blaze of fanfare. There's no dramatic crash from an egg or the triumphant push of birth in a forest burrow. You're a bat, more specifically a pteropus, one of the largest bats on Earth. People call your kind megabats, or fruit bats. But flying fox stuck, thanks to your long snout and large expressive eyes. Your wings, leathery and dark, are still tightly folded. You can't yet fly, but your tiny claws are instinctively gripping tufts of your mother's fur. Only your quick reflex and a sticky membrane of instinct save you. She grooms her wings with her tongue. You attempt the same, clumsily licking your growing forelimbs. Your first attempts at hanging alone are laughably ungraceful. You tumble, flail, then squeak in indignation. But the muscle memory builds. You dig your claws deeper into your mother's fur, shivering. Already your senses are whispering, the scent of ripe guava. Childhood in the canopy is a delicate game of gravity and timing, and for now you're winning. The warmth of your mother's breath, the rustle of nocturnal leaves, your shoulder joints broaden, making room for the massive span of your adult wings. And every night, your ears fine-tune to the sound of rustling fruit, the dripping of ripe nectar, and the danger-laced silence when the forest goes still. Instead, you cling barely the size of a plume to your mother's warm, furry chest. As she dangles upside down from a sturdy fig tree in the tropical forests of Papua New Guinea, welcome, little flying fox. Welcome to the night. You're not a fox. Not really. Your enemies lurk nearby. Hungry owls, snakes, and the ever-watchful tree monitor lizard. You don't know it yet. Your wings, still more skin than structure, unfurl in clumsy flaps during your mother's rest. You hang beside her in the roost, squeaking for warmth, competing with dozens of other babies swaddled against the night air. Heat matters. Your body cannot regulate temperature yet, so a cold night could be a deadly one. But surviving to adulthood will be a feat of flight, instinct, and a little bit of luck. From the moment you emerged, pink and blind, your first instinct was to hold tight. Your grip is your lifeline. Your mother rarely rests. She flaps through moonlit forests with you pressed to her chest. It's a warm, sticky blend that fuels your rapid growth. Your tiny face scrunches as your ears twitch at the distant hoot of an owl. At 2 weeks, your eyes open. You see the world as a wash of shadows and golden fruit. Your mother's shape always centered, always moving, navigating by smell and memory. You sway with her flight, a bundle of skin, ears, and developing fur. For the first few weeks, your mother nurses you with milk rich in fats and sugars. By your 3rd week, your limbs grow stronger, and then come the challenges. One stormy evening, the tree rocks violently. A branch cracks. You nearly fall. You begin to mimic her movements. Your body knows what it's becoming. The cartilage in your fingers elongates. You're learning to listen, to grip, to wait. The night it happens, the air is warm, sticky with humidity. You've grown thick fur, now dark chocolate brown, silky along the neck, and your wings stretch almost a meter wide when fully extended. You no longer ride on your mother's chest. It's a test. You squeak in protest, flapping madly, confused. Hunger twists your gut. You wait longer. You don't squeak into the night like smaller bats. You rely on vision sharp in dim light, an extraordinary sense of smell. A ripe banana to you glows like a beacon. You're growing up, one glide at a time. Your elongated tongue, almost absurdly long for your head size. You're growing rapidly. One day, your toes feel too large for your perch. Another day, your shoulder joints ache after a long flight. This is your adolescence, a season of awkward proportions and endless appetite. You wake to a commotion screeches flapping, the heavy creak of shifting weight. A cousin has gone by morning. You keep your perch higher now, digs deep into fruit pulp, slurping the sweetest parts. You're becoming one of the most powerful flyers in the tropical sky. And instinctively, you know the time for claiming your own place in the canopy is near. The long digits of your wings stretch farther, the wing membranes thickening slightly with extra collagen. You nibble at your forelimbs, gnawing on the edges of your skin, not out of hunger, but irritation. You're molting. Eventually, the scent of overripe mango lures you out onto a branch. Your instincts buzz. Climb, stretch, launch. One night, gliding low through a clearing, a shadow swoops from above. An owl. You bank hard, wings slicing through the air, heart pounding. It misses, but barely. You return to your roost panting, fur on end, shaken. Your claws sharpen from use, naturally filing themselves on bark as you hang. Your senses already acute become razor-focused. It's no longer clinging to your mother. You now roost among your peers, jockeying for a good spot in the sleeping cluster. Dominant males snort if you get too close. You'll learn to dodge an angry wing slap or a territorial bite. Hierarchies are forming, even here, even now. You no longer tumble when you land upside down. You're learning the rhythm of the forest. You can now pick up the scent of a guava from over a kilometer away. Your hearing hones in on the shifting of wind through leaves and the distant wing beats of other bats. Instead, you cling beside her in the colony's dense sleeping cluster, surrounded by chattering cousins and flapping neighbors. Then, your mother leaves you behind. You crash into a low-hanging breadfruit, stunned but intact. The fruit cracks open. Sticky, fibrous flesh oozes out. You bury your snout into it, tongue lapping eagerly. Fruit sugars hit your bloodstream like fireworks. Your stomach churns into action, releasing enzymes specially evolved to break down fructose and fiber. It's not abandonment. Your first flight is not elegant. You fall like a paper lantern caught in an awkward breeze, flapping desperately, until something miraculous happens. Your body lifts. The wind catches your wings. You are flying. It's short-lived. It's flying foxes, like you lack echolocation. As you feast, your intestines get to work. Flying foxes have a fast digestive system. The fruit you eat tonight could be excreted in less than 30 minutes, lightening your body for the return flight. Your metabolism is designed for endurance, not efficiency. You need to eat nearly twice your weight in fruit daily to stay airborne. You wobble home that dawn, belly full, wings sore. But something's changed. You've hunted, or rather, gathered your own food. You survived your first flight. The mango tree, though it won't remember you, was your first conquest. Tonight you'll try again. Higher branches, riper fruit, longer flights. Each week now, you wake with a new sensation tension in your joints. Strange itch in your skin, a faint stiffness when you stretch your wings. Your bones, though light and hollow, are reinforcing themselves. Fur falls in tufts as new, sleeker hair grows in darker, more water-resistant. Better for long nights and unpredictable weather. You spend more time alone. Then come the real threats, those larger than you. Later, a reticulated python coils in your fig tree. Through it all, your body keeps changing. You fly longer, stronger. Your landings become graceful, your balance impeccable. Soon, the awkwardness will end. It begins subtly. Fewer figs on your favorite tree. Nectar flowers withering before blooming. You flap into the dark, searching first your usual groves, then the outskirts, then the more dangerous zones near human villages. Nothing. You hang lower in the roost, too tired to quarrel for a better spot. Some bats disappear. No one speaks of them. They simply fail to return. Only bitter leaves and green, unripe pods. The fruiting season is ending, and your world grows quieter, hungrier. You wake one morning with an ache in your belly. Your body slows. Your metabolism, so fast and efficient during fruit-rich months, now works against you. Energy drains quickly. Muscles weaken. Nearby males begin posturing, spreading their wings wider during landings, arching their backs during grooming. You follow suit. You scent-mark the branch with a gland under your chin. This is your claim. Other males try to take it. One evening, a younger male swoops in, wings flared, claws forward. You clash midair. The colony becomes tense, charged with invisible rivalry. You must defend your perch, eat enough to stay strong, and remain alert for predators. But deep down, you know what drives all of this? The continuation of your kind. You swipe with your claws, screech, tangle wings. You bite. You both fall, locked together before breaking apart just in time. He leaves. You stay. But you don't forget. Hunger, once it grips your bones, leaves a memory that never quite fades. From now on, you'll fly farther, scan wider, eat more than you need. Then hang upside down in the most casual, impressive way possible. She ignores you. That's fine. You'll try again. Wind howls. Perfect. You eat until juice drips from your face, your claws, your wings. You sleep right there, belly full, a smile in your eyes. But your instincts scream louder. Move or starve. You fly for hours, wind tearing at your wings, till a soft scent catches your nose, a guava orchard on the other side of the ridge. You flap less, cling more. Days pass, the hunger grows teeth. Your fur loses its sheen. You're fully grown, sleek and muscular, gliding like a dark kite through the canopy. One evening, desperate, you risk a longer flight. Storm clouds threaten, perfect for tearing into tough fruit rinds. Your flight is a language. A swoop means confidence. A stall and hover signals dominance. You are no longer a child of the colony. You are an adult. You crash into the first tree, half delirious. The fruit is overripe. Mushy, you survive, just in case. Your wingspan now stretches nearly 5 feet from tip to tip. You weigh just under 2 kilograms, but in the sky, you feel weightless. Your fur is glossy, now a cape of deep russet around your neck, fading into velvet brown. Your canine teeth have sharpened slightly. With adulthood comes purpose and competition. It begins with the scent of pheromones on the wind, a faint musk that stirs something deep in your blood. You seek out a high perch, a prime spot near fruit and in view of passing females. Fighting isn't your style, but instinct takes over. Later, a female glides by. You puff your neck fur, chirp softly. Your nights are now spent balancing hunger and territory. You're not just flying for survival anymore, you're flying for legacy. She returns on a warm night, scented with overripe bananas and night-blooming jasmine. This time, she pauses near your perch. She's smaller than you, with a lighter golden hue around her neck. You chirp again, softer now, almost a whisper. She glides closer. The courtship begins. You cling together, wrapped in wings and darkness, as the forest hums around you. The connection is primal, but oddly tender. You don't know it, but deep inside her, the process of life has already begun. There is no dance, no elaborate ritual. But in that brief moment of connection, you helped create the next generation of sky wanderers. You'll pause, watching from the shadows, and feel something both ancient and new stir within you. For flying foxes, courtship is a mix of subtle cues, shared grooming, quiet touches, the exchange of scent. You perch lower in the roost these days, you still fly with purpose. You still remember the hunger season, the first crash into a guava tree, the owl's talons slicing too close. You have survived where many did not. Letting the younger males compete for dominance, for fruit, for the attention of sleek golden females. Perhaps the forest will reclaim you as it always does, gently and without ceremony. Painting the sky with bruised purples and soft orange streaks, you climb to your favorite perch. The fig tree is quiet, the air smells of rain and coming change. You nuzzle her fur, clean her wings, offer her the ripest fig from your branch. She accepts it, falling into leaves before righting itself midair. You watch, eyes calm, wings curled close, the quiet memory of the colony that once knew your scent. To feed, to fight, to love in your own way. And now, as night falls again, you fade into the canopy, part of something older and larger than yourself. She will carry the developing pup inside her for about 6 months. During that time, she continues to fly, to feed, to survive, her body working overtime to nourish new life. That's all the answer you need. She will nurse it, groom it, and carry it through storms and hunger until it's strong enough to hang on its own. Mating itself is brief and instinctive. In the weeks that follow, you separate. Flying foxes do not mate for life. Your role is complete, mate. When she gives birth, it will be just as you once were. A tiny, furless pup clinging to her chest, eyes sealed, completely dependent. Sometimes you glimpse her in the distance, a flash of golden fur and small wings pressed to her chest. You won't speak again. And perhaps one moonlit night, you'll fly past a young pup attempting its first clumsy landing. It's not fatherhood in the way humans know it, but it's legacy, just the same. Years pass in a blur of night flights and fig feasts. Your once glossy fur grows dull at the tips, your reflexes slow, ever so slightly, and yet you are not weak. One evening, as the sun slips behind the canopy, below, a young pup clings to its mother's chest, chirping. Another stumbles through its first awkward flap. Life continues. You will not know the moment your final flight comes. Perhaps it will be a peaceful fall into dreams. But your story is written, now in guava trees pollinated and seeds dropped from the sky. You were born clinging upside down in a world that was never quite safe. You learned to fly, after all. The sky was never yours to keep. You only borrowed it for a while. And oh, how well you flew!